Hi everyone, me and Jean-Michel will talk about a new technology that has the potential to improve our lives. First, let's take a look at this picture. You and I and even a child of 3 years old is able to tell us that this is a bird. Also, the same child is able to tell us that all these three are birds. But what about computers? Are computers able to tell us that this is a bird? Well, yes, because it has a small head, small beak, small wings. But what about these pictures? This bird has his head at his back. This bird has his body cut in half from the picture, and his beak looks like a banana. Well, with the recent technologies, the computer is able to tell us that these are birds. This technology has the potential to see even further than human eye. But what is the difference between a child and a computer? Well, a child of 3 years old sees in average hundreds of millions of images. This number is really big. Now, if we replace the eyes of the child with cameras, the computer will see as much image as the child. This is why ImageNet and 167 countries all around the world took millions of pictures on Google and put them into different categories. For example, cars, birds, dogs. This way the computer can take all the pictures in consideration and be able to describe them. The only problem is that it is not able to describe emotions. We will continue with my partner Jean-Michel.
Thank you, Christophe. So now, like Christian said, the computer can describe object. Like here in the image, we can see a girl. We can see that the computer says that this is a boy, even if his head is cut in half, and that there's a teddy bear. And even if the computer can make the difference between happiness and sadness, it can explain a picture, and I will show you an example.
Talk. I'm going to stand in fixed by millions. A large airplane sitting on top of an airport runway.
So now I will explain to you how and why this technology is good for human. Now human species will have the ability a machine that helps them to see a better way, and for that reason we won't be the only one to see our environment. For example, if I take a house where there's a family in it that live in it with children and there's a pool, if parents put the camera to see the pool, and the children of 5 years old go swimming, even if his parents told him not to go, he go, and if he's drowning, the camera will be able to tell him that the children is drowning and will give an alarm, send an alarm to the parent. In another case, I'm sure that a lot of people in class have heard about the new Mercedes that can drive by itself, but what maybe you don't know is that the Mercedes can make the difference between a cardboard box versus a squirrel, which one can roll over and the other one can't. And therefore, with the new technology, the car will be able to drive by itself safely. Another model is that at the hospital, it will help doctors and nurses in surgery, and like this they will will have another eyes to see things that they don't, and therefore there will be less errors in operation. To conclude, making computers understand pictures by showing millions of images, dividing them into different categories, will improve our modern technology, making our environment more secure and by making another way to see life. So, if a human will be able to create this computer, a computer that see what happiness, sadness, pain, or all sort of emotion it is, it might be able to think, and therefore, computer will have the ability to make their own judgment and theory, and then they will have the capacity to make their own way to think about life. Thank you and have a good day.